Alright guys, so on today's episode, we're going to be installing a Mr. Gasket hood and deck pin kit on our brand new, ruined EG hatch hood. Let's get started. So I was driving on the road, you know, as I do, and I hit a manhole. After I hit the manhole, it just flew open and I managed to pull it over on the side of the road and bend it back in place because it was definitely worse. Look, you can see the crease right here. This is where the top of the windshield hit the hood, and I managed to just pop it right back into place. But the damage was already done, and I only popped it back into place so I can get it to close. It still won't close properly. It's a tight squeeze. Look, you can see that it's kind of flush there, but over here it still lifts up. So it makes quite a lot of, it still won't close properly. I can't get that right. There it is. Now, in case you guys needed more proof, let me just go ahead and show you what it sounds like when you pop the hood. Yeah, that's really not the kind of sound you want, especially from a Honda. I mean, look at the gap. This is terrible. This is why I can't have nice things. I mean, just listen to that. This is me trying to just slightly open it. That is not the noise you want to hear from a new hood. Look. The underside looks probably not so damaged. This is probably the only little square here that shows any dent, but the front is just trashed. Look, it just looks like a crumbled up piece of paper. So I have to order a new one, get it paint matched at Mako, and I'll also most likely have to cut holes into the new hood in order to keep it, you know, closed, so this doesn't happen again, because I just can't keep replacing hoods like they're nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and install this now in the meantime while I wait for the new hood to come in. I mean, this really shouldn't take long, but I'm just really surprised that this even happened. So after doing some research, I found out that the reason most likely why this happened is because this is an aftermarket hood and it is significantly lighter than the OEM one. And when I replaced it, I knew that the OEM hood was a lot heavier. The frame was just a lot sturdier. This didn't feel all that heavy. I'd say it's probably somewhere around 10 to 15 pounds lighter and also weaker. Look at that. Look at my crumbled up piece of paper hood. Look, the edges are freaking bent. Looks like Hulk went to town on this hood, or Bruce Banner at least. I thought I might be able to make a cool video about, you know, maybe smoothing out these dents, but the corners, I don't think I'll be able to do these properly. Look, they got a big crease there. We've got more dents here, more creases here and there. Honestly, this will just be more work than it's worth. I think a new hood costs about 200 bucks. This is exactly why I can't have nice things. Fuck my life. Let's just get started on installing this damn hood pin kit. I don't know how I feel about this. It didn't have the wires either, so hopefully these don't get stolen. But this is all I can do now to fix this problem while I wait for the hood. Alright guys, so the bumper's off, the headlights have been moved. I also decided to add lock nut washers. I managed to tighten it up nice and tight. Look, it's not going anywhere, not loose. So now all we have to do is just do the same thing to this side. Okay, so I've installed the headlights back on. They're firmly in place. So is my hood pin. Now I have to just double check again to make sure everything closes. Okay, so here we are. So this one is slightly, I might have drilled the hole a little too close to the windshield, but this one came out pretty much even. Too high, and this one a little too low. All right, guys, so now all we have to do is just screw these bad boys in. I guess they come with a little protecting thing over it, but overall they're still pretty janky. Look, I mean, you can hear them. I don't know how well these are gonna last. They don't really flex all that well, so hopefully they, when I get the new hood in, hopefully I manage to get some good ones that actually mold. Because look, if I screw both of these in, it still doesn't quite, you know, adhere well to the entire part of it. I'll have to do some research about buying some more expensive ones or some quick release ones maybe. Just as I predicted, look, it kind of, you know, pancakes out. It warps along with it because the thing is flat, but the, you know, the surface isn't. So I need to do some research on some that actually flex well with it, as I really don't like the way that looks. Clip sits in there nice and fine. Now we got the other one as well. Here we go. Here's the other one. All I need to do is just head down to maybe Lowe's or Home Depot and get some wires to make sure these don't fly off. Now that we have our hood clips installed, hopefully that'll make the ride a little safer and we won't have that issue of it flying off again. So because of this, I learned that the aftermarket hoods are super lightweight and tend to crumble like paper. So what have we learned? One, aftermarket hoods are cheap, but I guess apparently they're a gamble, because I was riding around for months in this without an issue, and then all of a sudden, boom, just flies open. Two, these hood pins do not come with the little straps, so basically anyone could just take these. Not good. I'll have to go down to maybe Lowe's or Home Depot and pick up some cables to keep them attached. And three, I just can't have nice things, apparently. It's a real bummer too, because I really didn't expect to have to replace a hood after I literally bought this a couple months ago. And now I have to order a new one and get it painted and get it installed, and hopefully it doesn't happen again, because I really don't like this hood pin look. Also, they don't sit flush, so you know that's gonna be an issue for me, just because I don't like looking at this little raised thing here. So obviously I can't speak for every scenario for any aftermarket hood, but in terms of whether or not they are worth it when you buy an aftermarket hood and hope to keep it looking nice, I suppose. In my case anyway, are they worth it? The answer, yes. I mean, yes, it's worth the $15 hood pin so that I can keep my, I think this was like $200, the aftermarket hood. Not as sturdy as the OEM one, but I mean, now I have to spend another $200 just to replace it, because I really don't know how that happened. So in my case, are they worth it? Yes. Do they look good for me? Not really. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I prefer the clean OEM style look. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully you guys don't have the same issue and have to end up replacing your hood like I did, or I'm going to. I put the order in. It's a couple weeks out, so hopefully we can get the new hood in and this won't happen again. I'll have to do some research on buying some better looking hood pins. But for now, take care guys and good speed.